All right, copyrights on photos. That's what this video is about. When I say this is, I'm referring to your copyright. Something interesting that not a lot of photographers understand it, and it's really, fortunately, American copyright law is heavily on our side. There's the great thing about living in this country is if we create something, we own it. If you take a photo, you own it. If you shoot a video, you own it. If you paint a picture, you own it. If you write a paragraph, you own it. Write a song, you own it. You don't need any documentation, paperwork that says you own it. If you created it, you own it. It's like you have divine right. You're like God to that photo or video. You made it. Okay, now this is really important for you to understand, because sometime in your career, someone's going to steal your photo. Someone is going to. It happens a lot of times, like in the real estate industry, where you'll shoot photos for an agent, and then it's online, and then some other agent takes the photos and uses them, like when they get the listing or something. It happens a lot. The good thing is you own it, meaning you have the right to get them to take it down or make them pay to use it. And you'll find what's interesting is a lot of people feel that they don't know these rights, but it really is to your advantage, and it's something that you can you need to keep an eye on. You have to catch them in the act. You have to find it on their site, but you and it's very easy to prove. If you took the photo, you own it. You have all the rights. And now what's interesting is if you ever catch someone in the act, it's funny how they react. It's like sometimes they just take it down, or they'll offer to pay you, but sometimes they'll show me some paperwork. And what's funny about that is you don't have to have any paperwork. Like you took it, you own it. It's yours. Now, another misconception, that if someone hired you, like if a realtor hired you to shoot the photos of a house, of their listing, paid you, you still own the photos. They do not own the photos. That's another big misconception. People think that if they hire a photographer, they automatically own the photos. Not a chance. That's not the way it works. Don't let anyone tell you that. Okay, don't. It's not the case. They paid for your time. They're basically renting the photos, or really, unless it was put in writing, like unless you sign something that says they will own the photos, and no one ever does that. No self-respecting photographer would ever do that anyway. But unless they have, it's like a deed to a house. Unless someone can show you a piece of paper that says they own it, they don't own it. Now, if you took the photo, you own it. But if someone that didn't take the photo tries to say they own something, and they don't have a piece of paper that says it, they don't own it. You own it. Might seem trivial, but it's something to pay attention to. In the future, it's going to only be more and more relevant, given how online everything is going. There's another good thing about FireVibe. All of it's documented. If you use FireVibe, it's very clear about who owned it, because it's all on record, where it was taken and when it was processed and who submitted it and things like that. So anyways, yeah, copyrights, know them.